All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good evening, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the Royal Tea. Hope you've all had a great Tuesday, August the 18th. Mine has been pretty busy, but that's the way life goes, right? Hope you all like the bat here. I took the wig that she was wearing in her 19th speech the other day and put it on top of her head, and I gave her a tiara. Not the one she wanted, but the one she got at her wedding. Welcome to another episode of As the Stomach Turns, The Adventures of the Harkles. I know what you're thinking, Oprah should be on here, but I was just trying to put everybody who actually lives in the house, Marcus, Doria, Archofficial, Smegs in here. No. You see the little stomach over here trying to hang on to it. 3 things that we're grateful for. 1, the escort service that set up the Harkles. If they had not done so, I wouldn't have met all of you fine folks. 2, Sunshine Sacks for working overtime, creating all the fabulous puff pieces for the Snarkle Harkles. And 3, a beautiful day to be alive, and all of you, my viewers and subscribers. Very much, thank you. For today's Moment de Histoire, I have Anne Neville, the Queen Consort of Richard III. I was just going to close up on her face, but then I saw this fabulous gown. I said, I can't leave that out. Isn't that magnificent? Wow, would have loved to have seen the real thing on the real Queen, but unfortunately, all we have are paintings to go by. And we can't even say for sure if this is what she actually looked like. Because as we know, paintings aren't very reliable. A few facts about Queen Anne, her tenure, the 26th of June, 1483 to the 16th of March, 1485. Before marrying Richard, she was wed to Edward, son and heir of King Henry VI, but he passed away, so she married Richard, the future Richard III. When I just said paintings aren't very reliable, what I mean is you don't know if they're a copy of the original or what. Just saying. Okay, she had only one child, a son, Edward, by Richard. Edward died at 10 years old, though, when she and Richard were en route to visit him. She died on the 16th of March, 1485, at 28 years old, probably of tuberculosis. She was buried at Westminster Abbey, where so many kings and queens are buried. There was no marker placed on her tomb until 1960. What's that, 475 years after her death? When a bronze tablet was placed on a wall near her grave by the Richard III Society. Okay, you looked at today's thumbnail for the video. You're thinking, Meghan, a hypocrite. Well, we already knew that. That was established years and years and years ago. Okay, that's taken care of. We know that. But a traitor? What are you talking about, Bizzy Bee? Have you lost it? Are you as dumbfounded as Harry when he met Meg? No, I'm not. What I'm talking about is she's a traitor to her beloved Democratic Party when I show you the article I'm about to show you who she is friends with. Wow. I thought that some of the things that she's been a hypocrite about in the past, like the Cadillac gas-guzzling SUV, what's this, the charities, everything, I thought that was bad, acting so good in public, but treating people like dirt behind the scenes. Sugar wouldn't melt in her mouth. Sugar wouldn't melt in her mouth in public. But this is worse on a whole nother level. I'll share it with you. Meghan Markle and Ivanka Trump link conveniently erased from book. That's right, everyone. Meghan was friends with Ivanka Trump. Well, I don't know if I would say friends. After I read this article, I thought, not friends, I would say Meghan wanted to be her friend. Meghan was doing everything but licking her boots to try to be her friend. Okay, Meghan's close friendship with Ivanka Trump has been deliberately excluded from the royal tell-all, a critic claims. Finding Freedom, which chronicles the couple's relationship and their decision to step back from royal duties, conveniently airbrushed the connection to protect Markle's mission. Well, this isn't going to be the first time that Smegs has airbrushed something out of her life or retold her history to make it suit her narrative. Craig Brown, a British satirist and critic, speculates the royals were more involved with the book than they let on, and leaving out the tie to Ms. Trump was in the Sussexes' best interest. Yeah, exactly, because she would want it out there that she was actually trying to be Ivanka Trump's friend, or to kiss up to Ivanka, because that would go against her whole narrative, because now she's trying to be in the corner of Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, to be the Black Lives Matter Democratic wannabe president, politician, etc., all that malarkey. And wanting to be friends with Ivanka Trump just doesn't suit that narrative for her at all. Okay, moving on. The authors of Finding Freedom conveniently airbrush Ivanka from the record, perhaps fearful that the Trump formula for success and happiness might jar against Harry and Meg's new mission to build a humanitarian legacy that will make a profound difference in the world. In her now defunct blog, The Tig, the Duchess gushed about her new friendship with Donald Trump's staggeringly beautiful and intelligent daughter. When we have drinks, I will make sure I order whatever she does, because this woman seems to have the formula for success and happiness down pat, Markle wrote about Ivanka. Don't get me started on her jewelry collection, the late-night window shopping I have done on my computer, snuggled up in bed with a glass of wine, staring lovingly at her beautiful designs. Longingly. Wow, it has been a long day, my goodness. Duchess, actor, ghostwriter? The omission speaks volumes, according to Mr. Brown, particularly when Finding Freedom authors Scobie and Durand claim to have interviewed 100 of the royal couple's closest friends. Mr. Brown said that a Trump tie had the potential to undo the hard work the authors put into focusing on the flattering details about Markle's fairy tale life. In many ways, this is an old-fashioned royal book, full of fluff and gush, in which nothing is so banal that it cannot be glorified by the royal touch, Mr. Brown wrote. We hear, for instance, that she is the type of girl to grab a smoothie after a hot yoga or Pilates session, and that her morning ritual starts with a cup of hot water and a slice of lemon, followed by her favorite breakfast of steel-cut oats, usually made with almond or soy milk, with banana. There we go with the bananas. Meg loves the bananas. And agave syrup for sweetness. Hold the front page! Exclamation point. Many are beginning to wonder why the suppressed tell-all book omits such a controversial link, yet comfortably waffles on about Meghan's fashion and style choices in great detail. I may be wrong, but my guess is that whenever they ascribe a quote to a source close to Meghan, that source is really Meghan herself, Mr. Brown said. Friends no more? The friendship between Markle and Ivanka soured on its own when Markle took aim at Donald Trump during the 2016 election when appearing on The Nightly Show with Larry Wilmore. She said some things about Donald Trump. I'm not even going to read that. You can read it yourself if you want. When asked about Markle's comments, the president retaliated, "I didn't know that. What can I say? I didn't know that she was nasty." Oh, she is. She's very nasty. Just ask any man in Canada and the west coast of the United States. Despite speculation, a statement released by the Sussexes maintains the two did not contribute to the book directly. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were not interviewed and did not contribute to Finding Freedom, the statement said. This book is based on the authors' own experiences as members of the Royal Press Corps and their own independent reporting. Well, what I want to say about that is, if Finding Freedom was really about telling the truth about Meghan's side of the story, then they would have talked about this link, friendship, whatever you call it, between Meghan and Ivanka. But it's not about telling the truth about Meghan. It's about telling Meg and Harry's version of the truth. And Meghan's version of the truth doesn't have anything to do with that comment she made a few years ago about wanting to drink whatever Ivanka drinks because she wants her success and happiness. Okay, and so this also, the article does prove that Meghan was behind Finding Freedom, because if she didn't have some kind of hand in it, then they would have put it in there, but who knows? Oh, these two, they make me sick. That's why I call all these episodes now As the Stomach Turns, because the more and more I learn about the Harkles, the more and more my stomach turns. Oh, my stars, where's my Pepto-Bismol? Some comments from the last video, and everyone, I'm scratching out the names on the comments because someone left a comment and said don't put my last name on there, and you know, I respect that. I'm not going to do that, but you are leaving public comments and anyone can view them, but I will scratch out the names. So is she making a film for Vivid? I hope you all know what Vivid Films is all about. In the UK they call that Blue Films. The only box office hit for these two is the story of how they were banished from returning to the UK and the Queen stripped their titles. No tickets bought here. The only hit for the Harkles is the one that they're going to be taking off of their you-know-what shortly. It would be standing room only for that. I would even go to that, but where in the world could you find someone ugly enough to play me again? Honey Boo Boo, just dye her hair black? Or put her on one of those tatty old wigs? And let her lose a few pounds, of course, because you have to lose a few to play Smegs. But yeah, Honey Boo Boo. Oh, I could, but most certainly would play Meghan far more better than Meghan could her own something self. Now, isn't that rich? Talk about a pipe dream. She never commanded that money before. She is delusional. This offer of $50 million for her comeback starring role is pure fantasy cooked up by Sunshine Sachs. You've got to know that. Markle has no talent, and the Hollywood producers know that. Exactly. How come she hasn't had a load of movie offers before now? That guy that was gushing over her must have been having a laugh. Oh, I did read something today, everyone, about Harry and Meghan are shopping a Hollywood project. They didn't know it was in Variety. They didn't know what the details of the project were, but it wasn't a project that she would be acting in, but it was something that they've come up with that they both want to produce. Just a side note, that's all the details that they had. Okay, not only that, but everything she touches turns to number 2. She is impossible to work with, Duchess difficult, she's hated by half the world, she sues everybody in sight, and she's cray-cray. What movie comeback? She was never in movies in Hollywood. She was in Hallmark movies. Never the leading role, the supporting role. Other than one scene, one line, starting with Tom Hanks. Oh, she has the skills to play Wilson in that movie, what was it, where he was trapped on the island. She could play the volleyball with the face drawn on it. The only thing she will be pulling is a cart full of her own you-know-what. Remember, Smegs only wears straight white hair wigs. She would never be caught with her natural curly hair, but wait, she's aligned herself with BLM because she can identify. Really, such foolishness. She is on Hollywood's blacklist for a decade. Who will want to hire her? But she's been stripped of her HRH status. The spud should be called the New Jersey Potty Duchess. Far more suitable. Is it a Sonny and Cher remake? She doesn't have enough talent to play Cher. Migraine has always had pulling power, if you know what I mean. Yes, I do. As for huge pulling power, do they mean like a Clydesdale? She's got the feet for it. She couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. She's probably spent most of his money, hence they needed a loan. But she's going to pay back these Russians. They don't give discounts for nothing. So what have we learned today, everyone? Number 1, the fact that Mrs. Harkle is a hypocrite was established years ago, around the time she was on her 5th face. 2, Meghan will now be on Hillary and Michelle Obama's naughty lists. Good thing the starter house has the dungeon where they can punish her. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Smegs said in 2016 that if Trump were elected, she would stay in Canada. 4 years later, he is president, and she's dying to get back, and now she won't leave. 4. The only hit the Harkles will have is the one they take off their pipe. 5. The only pipe Smegs dreams of is the one she smokes her substances on. 6. The only offers for a performance Ms. Markle gets are the ones she needs to lie on her back for. 7. If Megs was a true comeback, she would have a supporting role in a Hallmark movie or play UPS driver number 1 in a Jennifer Aniston movie. 8. Now that Smegs is aligned with BLM, she will be switching up her wig style. 9. There hasn't been anything natural on Meg's body in 20 years. 10. There will be a moist spot in Smegs' drawers when she hears she is on a Hollywood list, until she finds out it's the blacklist. Number 11. When she finds out she is on Hollywood's blacklist, Ms. Markle will ask, "Why am I not on the Caucasian list?" 12. If forcefully stripped of her title, it will be the first time Malignant Meg was forcefully stripped but did not enjoy it. 13. Meg's only pulling power is when she pulls on the old men who pay for her company. 14. If Megasaurus finds no other work, she can pull beer carts with the other Clydesdales. 15. The only skin Meghan has any talent with is the one on a non-Jewish man. Oh my. 16. Smegs is working off her loan with the Russians. That's what the dungeon and all the bedrooms in the starter house are for. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good evening. Bye-bye, everyone.